Episode 4 Black-Eyed Children. Welcome back to the dark side of reality. I'm your host, and you're listening to After Dark, the Night Otter Files. This is the place where the unexplained is taken seriously, where strange encounters are heard without judgment, and where the line between our world and the unknown becomes dangerously thin. Tonight, we open another case file, a story whispered about in small towns, shared between witnesses who still struggle to explain what they saw. Because sometimes, the things lurking in the shadows aren't just stories. Sometimes, they're real. Tonight, I want to discuss something truly dark and deeply unsettling. Across North America, people have reported encounters with something that shouldn't exist. Children. But not normal children. Children whose eyes are completely black. No white, no iris, and no pupil. Just endless darkness staring back at you. They appear late at night, often when someone is alone. Sometimes they show up at your car window while you're sitting in a quiet parking lot. Other times they knock on the door of your home long after midnight. Witnesses describe the same feeling almost every time, an overwhelming sense of dread. A deep primal fear telling them that whatever is standing in front of them is not human. These entities are commonly referred to as black-eyed children, or simply BEKs. Most encounters follow the same disturbing pattern. 2 or 3 children appear suddenly. They ask for something simple, a ride somewhere, to use your phone, or permission to come inside. But the behavior is strange. Their speech often sounds rehearsed, mechanical, almost like they're mimicking how humans talk rather than actually understanding it. And then there's the moment every witness remembers, when the children finally look up, and their eyes are completely black. No reflection, no light, just darkness. Another strange detail appears in nearly every report. They cannot enter unless they are invited. They ask, they insist, they demand, but they wait. As if some unseen rule prevents them from crossing that boundary without permission. Which leads to the question, what exactly are these things? Theories about black-eyed children range from paranormal to extraterrestrial, and even something far darker. Some paranormal investigators believe BEKs may be demonic entities or malevolent spirits using the form of children to manipulate human empathy. After all, most people instinctively want to help a child in distress. Others believe they may be connected to extraterrestrial phenomena. Perhaps alien hybrids attempting to imitate human behavior, but getting the details slightly wrong. Some researchers have even suggested a connection to the mysterious men in black phenomenon, theorizing that black-eyed children could be some form of younger or experimental entities sent to interact with humans. And then there's the theory that chills many investigators the most, that black-eyed children may be connected to unexplained disappearances. Cases where people vanish under strange circumstances, never to be seen again. Disappearances that resemble what researchers call the missing 411 phenomena. But tonight, we're not just talking about theories, because reports of black-eyed children have surfaced much closer to home, right in the heart of mid-Michigan. And one small town seems to appear in a few of these chilling stories: Owasso. One of the earliest reported sightings happened near Owasso, Michigan, allegedly occurring in 1998, along a rural stretch of road near M52, just outside the city limits. Late one evening, around 11:40 p.m., a local couple was driving home after visiting friends. The road was quiet and nearly empty. As they rounded a bend, the driver slowed. Standing on the shoulder of the road were two children. They appeared to be around 10 to 12 years old. Concerned that they might be lost, the driver rolled the window down slightly. The children stepped closer. They were wearing plain gray clothing that the couple later described as looking oddly outdated. The girl spoke first. "Can you give us a ride?" Her voice sounded strangely flat. The driver reached toward the door lock, but suddenly his wife grabbed his arm. She whispered one word: "Don't." The girl stepped closer to the passenger window, and that's when the couple saw the eyes. Completely black. No whites, no pupils. The driver immediately hit the gas. As they sped down the road, the wife turned around to look back. The children were now standing in the middle of the road, perfectly still, watching the car disappear into the darkness. Another BEK encounter happened in Shiawassee County in 2013. The witness had just returned home around 10:30 p.m. They had parked their car in the driveway near Chipman Street, only a short distance from downtown Owasso. As they stepped out of the car, they noticed two figures standing near the sidewalk. At first, they assumed they were neighborhood kids walking home. But something immediately felt wrong. The children began slowly walking toward the house. Both appeared to be around 12 to 14 years old. They wore dark hooded sweatshirts despite the mild fall weather. The taller of the two stepped forward. "We need to come inside," he said calmly. "Our parents will be here soon." The witness felt uneasy but politely told them they couldn't allow strangers into their home. That's when the second child spoke. "Please, we just need to use your phone." Their voices were flat, almost emotionless. As the porch light illuminated their faces, the witness noticed the children were deliberately avoiding eye contact. Their heads were tilted downward. Then slowly, the taller boy raised his face, and the witness saw the eyes, completely black. No whites, no pupils, just darkness. The witness later said an overwhelming wave of panic hit them instantly. They rushed inside the house and slammed the door shut. When they looked through the window, seconds later, the children were gone. No footsteps, no running, just empty darkness where they had been standing. About 35 miles south, another disturbing encounter allegedly occurred in Flint, Michigan during the winter of 2008. The witness had stopped at a gas station along Dort Highway around 1:15 in the morning. The parking lot was nearly empty. As they finished pumping gas, they noticed two boys standing near the edge of the lot. They appeared to be around 10 or 11 years old. The witness found it odd that children would be outside alone so late at night. One of the boys approached the car window and knocked. The witness cracked the window slightly. "We need a ride," the boy said. His voice was strangely monotone. The driver explained they couldn't help. Then the boy leaned closer. "Let us in. We won't hurt you." The words themselves weren't threatening, but the tone felt deeply wrong. The witness glanced at the second child behind him. Both boys slowly raised their heads, and that's when the driver saw their eyes. Solid black. The witness immediately locked the doors and started the car. As they drove away, they glanced into the rearview mirror. The boys were still standing there, watching. And so, tonight, our case file closes on one of the strangest and most unsettling mysteries whispered about across North America. The phenomenon known as the black-eyed children. Stories told by witnesses who insisted they encountered something that looked human, but clearly wasn't. Two children appearing out of nowhere, always at night, always strangely calm, and always asking for the same thing: to be let in. From quiet neighborhoods in Owasso to lonely highways outside town to a silent gas station parking lot in Flint. Different places, different witnesses, different years. Yet the details never seem to change. Two children, strange behavior, and flat voices. And when they finally look up, eyes as black as the night itself. It's easy to dismiss stories like these, to assume they're nothing more than an urban legend or trick of the imagination. But when the same story appears again and again from people who have never met, from towns miles apart, you start to wonder, maybe these aren't just stories. Maybe they're warnings. Because one detail appears in nearly every encounter: the children never force their way inside. They don't break down doors. They don't even smash windows. They simply ask, and then they wait, almost as if there's a rule they cannot break, a line they cannot cross, unless someone invites them. Which leads to one final and unsettling thought. Somewhere, at some point, someone may have said yes. Someone may have opened the door. And if they did, what happened next? Did the children simply walk inside? Did something else follow them through that doorway? Or did that person simply vanish into the darkness, never to be heard from again? We may never know, but if there's one lesson hidden inside these stories, it might be this. If you ever hear a knock on your door long after midnight, or find two children standing beside your car on a deserted road, listen to your instincts. Because sometimes the most dangerous things in the world don't break in. They ask politely, and they wait. Thank you for joining me tonight on After Dark, the Night Otter Files. Stay kind, stay curious, and remember one very important thing. No matter what they say, don't let them in. Until next time.